So you heard both sides, as it were. Mallikarjun Kharge saying that some people got pakoda and jalebi, some people got nothing in their plate. Nirmala Sitharaman said, what is this? Just because I did not name a particular state, that does not mean that they have been ignored. Let's now begin with Kerala. Not only did the budget make no mention of Kerala, no mention of the word K, the state had to bid goodbye to the establishment of aims, provision for better disaster management, tourism, facilities, etc., etc. Pinarayi Vijayan condemned the reduction in allocation for ski schemes like the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Poshan Abhiyan and Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. There you heard about Kerala. Let's turn our focus. Go to Telangana. The treatment over budgetary allocations has so incensed Revanth Reddy that he has now given a call for all CMs of southern states to Chalo Delhi. Revanth Reddy took a serious exception to Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan for writing to him that it was not possible to sanction IIM to Telangana without assigning any reason. So, no reason was given. No IIM for you. Also, no funds for Musi Riverfront project, metro rail expansion, regional ring road construction, Palamaru Rangareddy lift irrigation scheme and several other promises which were made during the Bifurcation Act. Karnataka. Siddaramaiah. Remember, he had led the agitation in Delhi over tax devolution months ago. He minced no words and took objection to the so-called myopic view of Nirmala Sitharaman and highlighted how Mekadatu and Mahadai projects had been ignored, while funds for metro rail and other infrastructural projects were still a distant dream. M.K. Stalin in Tamil Nadu, who has continuously targeted the centre over bias, has objected to the state not even finding mention in the budget. He said, no one spoke about us. We don't exist. He recalled the two major natural disasters that hit Tamil Nadu in 23 and the eventual request for a relief of 37,000 crores, while the centre provided 276 crores. Is it the compulsion of coalition dharma and the complete disregard for federal principles that has made these chief ministers raise their voices? Or is it just kind of imaginary and pure politics and nothing else? Let's debate. Bhanuchandar Nagarajan, political analyst, is with us, and S. Nagendra, economist and former general manager of Group Finance Limited, Bengaluru. A very warm welcome to both of you. S. Narendra, let me first begin with you, sir. You know, I've listed out different states, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. Do you think that the chief ministers of these states are overreacting, as it were? Because Andhra Pradesh perhaps stands out like a sore thumb because it's got 15,000 crores and more as a special package. Mr. Narendra.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice, having me on the program. At the outset, looks like a very sensitive issue. Number one. Number two, like what you said, the Andhra Pradesh and Bihar seems to have worked against the states in the southern part, where allocations have been made and no mention has been made to these states like Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and others, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, etc. But the point is, being apolitical, I do not know, what were the issues prior to the budget, whether a wish list representation has been given because normally states have meetings with the concerned ministries and the FM and with the Niti Aayog, and there is a agenda where it is being discussed.
Mr. Narendra, Mr. Narendra, I'm sorry to interject, but considering you're from Bengaluru, let me talk about Karnataka. And like you said, you're apolitical, so you are not going to get into the politics of it. The 15th Finance Commission had recommended 5,495 crore special grant for Karnataka, but this hasn't been fulfilled. Promises for 6,000 crores for the peripheral ring road in Bengaluru and the establishment of aims in Raichur, nothing has been fulfilled. Now, when you talk about this is the package, as it were, the peripheral road and the aims assumes more importance because it's people oriented. So, when Mr. Sid, so I am giving you some little details, sir, as it were.
My point is, it has to be discussed deliberated and debated, and then it is a dialogue. See, going against and boycotting the meeting of the Niti Aayog presided by the Prime Minister of the nation, I think, is a little too much.
All right, but
From
yeah,
the
so you think they have overreacted, but Mr. Narendra, the Kerala. I mean, let me ask you a quick question. Then I go to Bhanu Chandar. Kerala has seen financial crisis now for many years. Yes, the finance minister can turn around and say, we have given you a lot of money. You've not even done anything about those projects. But the point is, it is coming up for distress. So, I am asking you a question that is it coalition compulsion, or is it simply that the centre does not have any respect for the federal principles or federal cooperation?
No, apparently, it looks like that. But my sense is most of the programs are in work in progress. And just because the names have not been mentioned, I think the fine print of the budget should have been read. And then if the concerned CMs or their officers had listed out, that there is no mention of any program or allocation. But none of them have come out with a list where they say this is what should have been given to us, not been mentioned. So mentioning in the budget is different, and mentioning and the allocation that is already there in the budget has to be seen.
All right.
So
Bhanuchandar Nagarajan. Yeah, Bhanuchandar Nagarajan, let me bring you in. Bhanuchandar Nagarajan, you must know the subject like the back of your palm. I am asking you that it could be politics. I am not denying the fact. There is no gainsaying the fact that it could very well be us versus them kind of a thing. But one thing which really stands out is in the case of the two Telugu speaking states, Andhra, Telangana. Bifurcation was brought into it. The Reorganization Act was brought into it. Revanth Reddy today stands and asks, he says that the centre has not bothered to allocate funds for Musi River front project, the metro rail expansion. She does not even, she meaning Ms. Sitharaman, does not even care to talk about Telangana as if the act only applies to Andhra Pradesh and not to us. So, I think that this kind of, if they have these kind of grievances, somewhere, because it is about how do you fulfill the promises that you have made to the people of your state, Bhanu.
There are certain quirks with running a coalition government, especially in a federal structure like India. If you look at the UPA governments, when T.R. Balu was road minister, there was more allocation for roads, more roads were built in Tamil Nadu. When Mamata Banerjee and Lalu Prasad Yadav were UPA ministers, more trains were actually ran through Bihar and West Bengal. Okay, people of India accepted these works, and right now the NDA government is facing these challenges. So right now, politically speaking, I think the government would have been sort of satisfied with the fact that they have pacified the two main allies in the coalition, but the government, but the opposition does not want to give the government a satisfaction. They are keeping up the heat. So politically speaking, that is how I see it. But I do not know how long they are going to continue with that, because the longer it gets, two things will happen. One is the people of these states will get affected if they don't attend the NITI meetings. I think there are certain issues that could be sorted out. The opportunity for that will be lost. Second is the people are also watching these opposition parties and saying that, okay, what alternatives are you going to propose? Are you going to play these opposition politics for how long, right? One last point. See, especially Karnataka and Telangana, right? They already have a lot of financial stresses because of the guarantees and many promises. So I think it's better for them to get to a cooperative mode very soon with the central government as soon as possible, so that there is good development from both these.
All right.